Watching their portfolios take wicked hits. What do you do? Well, have you ever thought of financial yoga? Or as Jacqueline Richards calls it, yoga for your personal finances. This book is a combination of both of her areas of expertise. She says your financial health can actually be improved by opening your chakras. Just what does that mean? The mortgage specialist and finance author and yoga instructor is here to explain. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
And it's I don't know if people have ever combined the two. You think of them as totally different sorts of approaches to life.
Very much so. Very much so. It seems that people believe that money has nothing to do with their health, that you don't need or want to be spiritual when it comes to money. But when you come upon hard times, what do you do first? You take that big, deep breath to align yourself, straighten out, balance a wee bit, and then perhaps you have time to focus and think about, okay, now what's my issue? And I think our finances are directly impacted with our health. And if we don't take a look at both side by side, perhaps we have situations that we don't really want to have.
And how did you decide? I mean, I know you've been involved in the finance world for a while, and then you started teaching yoga. When did you have sort of the epiphany? Which chakra broke wide open for you to think that you were going to explain the world of finance this way?
Right. When I sit down with my clients, it usually starts like this. Hi, Jacqueline. I was referred to you, and but the only thing I can do is ask them to take a deep breath. And I can probably figure out that they probably want a mortgage strategy. They probably have no idea about their finances because they're always saying, and I'm a really good person. Well, of course you are. But you just need a strategy to come into place. So where I see the imbalance, because of my yoga practice, I understand that perhaps their grounding is a wee bit off. And that can be fixed. It absolutely can be fixed with some yoga positioning, with some information about what ails them. So if it's about writing out what it is to have a budget, if it is about writing out how they can begin to save, if it is about figuring out how they could purchase that house that they've always wanted, because that's the Canadian dream, if it's about telling people about other things like insurance, and providing a will. How do I do that? I'm not rich enough to need a will. These are the things that come up in everyday conversation.
I'm not rich enough, the words you just used. Our book was on the counter upstairs, and one of my colleagues said, oh, my finances, I guess the yoga position would be the downward dog, and you probably hear things like that.
Yes, I do.
Often, and one of the things that you wanted to say is that you were never too poor to strategize. A lot of people feel, okay, there's no hope for me. I'm in big trouble right now. It's never going to get better. Wrong attitude, right?
Very much so. But is that what people have told us? If I asked you to do a headstand right now, you may say, you're out of your mind, Jacqueline. But what I would say is, just like your finances, it's one step at a time. When you're busy creating that energy and creating that health, you're creating wealth. And, you know, you may have heard that money is energy. So when you increase and use that energetic flow, can that help you in some way, shape, or form? Concentrate on what's really important right now. What do I need to think about here?
Do people have to be ready to embark on a yoga practice in order for the book to help them?
Oh, wouldn't I like to say yes? No. You know, I combined yoga and the chakras, the energy centers, and finances so that everyone knows it is possible, even if you've read it. Yoga positioning, it's up to you, because, you know, when I come into a downward dog, it can be sitting on a chair, and I bend my head forward. I can do that, and we can consider that yoga.
Now, in a couple of minutes, we're going to take phone calls. The numbers are on the screen, 613-750-1211 or 1-888-750-1211. If you have any financial question, Jacqueline is prepared to help you tackle it. But we wanted to talk about the few mistakes that people are making right now.
Yeah.
One definitely is relating to lines of credit.
Sometimes it's very easy to get a line of credit. And when you're told that a line of credit costs less than a credit card, yahoo! I just hit pay dirt, right? So now that I may have a limit of $10,000 on my line of credit, will you take that? Can that put you in a very dangerous position? Yes, it absolutely can. If you don't have the strategies to say, I will put down a certain amount every month in order to pay off or try to pay off what I've utilized on that line of credit. It's so easy to let it go.
And you've seen other people who've had an easy time letting student loans go. Student loans can be those elements, those financial nightmares that haunt you for a long time.
Yes,
Major problems you see people making with student loans?
Well, first is the comment, I moved. That's okay, we all move, but that was a loan. That was money that was given to you to further your education.
So you mean people thinking that they don't have to pay it back, and so using excuses to
exactly.
not.
And so I will say that is a dysfunction of my root chakra, and let's open up that energy and say, yes, I take responsibility. That is my student loan, because guess what? When we sit down, I see it on your credit report. It always makes its way to the credit report.
So it may have been a long time ago, but it will find you. Yes. Jacqueline's here. So find us at 613-750-1211 or 1-888-750-1211 after the Valley Notes and the commercial break.
The Snow-A-Rama for Easter Seal Kids begins at 8 o'clock Sunday morning at the Kemptville Legion. For more information, call 613-258-3648 or visit easterseals.org. The Ottawa University Jazz Ensemble presents Jazz Vespers at the Chapel of All Saints on Richmond Road this Sunday at 4:30. All are welcome. And an exhibition of Native and Métis art opens tomorrow at the Cube Gallery on Hamilton Avenue. For details about this and other shows, check out cubegallery.ca.